Yeah, pause YouTube. 6fthax here. Half for you guys today. And are you Wi-Fi battle against Wmar? His channel link and stuff will be down in the description below. I got this match off of my Discord. Of course, if you guys do want to check that out, a link to that is also down in the description. Of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer that like button down below to answer the question of the day, which is on your screen. So thank you guys for all the great support on the videos as of lately. Now, I'm running a very offensive team. This is 4 physical attackers and then a Donphan, which I hate Donphan, and Slowking. That's pretty much what my team is. I just kind of threw something together. And Wmar has 4 Pokemon because for some reason he has Electivire and Claydol, which I don't know how good they are in RU, so I guess I'm not going to knock them. But he also has one giant threat to my team, which is literally Golisopod. I have no switch-ins to this thing's stab moves, which is actually really annoying because it's a Golisopod and it can actually maybe do work to my team. So I play my Donphan really aggressively here. I stay in, go for rocks as he goes for toxic, I believe. And then he's going to get up a layer of spikes here as I go for the knockoff to get rid of a potential citrus berry. As it turns out that he actually has Rocky Helmet, which is pretty cool. I've never seen Rocky Helmet Golisopod, so I may try that out in the future. Either way though, this thing is still a giant ass threat because I can't switch anything into it. So I'm going to go for the rapid spin on the off chance he wasn't going to try and go for them again. As luckily he doesn't. Unfortunately, Donphan, being the bulky Pokemon that it is, of course lives. Why couldn't you? All you had to do was get knocked out, Donphan, but no, you have to stick around even longer and just do nothing. And I ended up going for the rapid spin here. I think I actually misclicked on a rapid spin here because I'm pretty sure an earthquake would have done more damage even though it is resisted. Either way though, he's going to be able to get up 1 layer of spikes because I think I end up getting knocked out next turn. Yeah, so I will be able to outspeed him here in rapid spin, but it doesn't really matter because he's just going to be able to still get up a layer of spike. So that is going to be a little bit annoying, but luckily I do have my stealth rocks up, which is pretty decent. So I would rather have my rocks up and him have a layer of spikes than him have a layer of spikes and me not have rocks up. So I'm okay with this exchange, but what this mainly allows me to do is give me a free switch into Honchkrow, which can threaten and OHKO this Golisopod. So expecting him to want to switch out, I'm gonna go for the substitute. I guess in hindsight, this was kind of a questionable play on my part. I could have probably gone straight for the Brave Bird, but I was really thinking he would want to switch out to save Golisopod because his Claydol can spin on all of my Mons. But I do have Subroost Honchkrow with Z move, Flynium Z, because I remember Subroost Honchkrow back in Black and White 2 RU was easily top 3 biggest threats in the tier, and I really wanted to use Honchkrow again. So we're able to knock out the Golisopod as in comes the Krogunk. No, Toxic Croak, what am I talking about? And I don't really have a safe switch into this because if he goes for Gunk Shot, my Slowking is going to get 2 KO'd, so I'm pretty much forced to stay in here and either get knocked out by an offensive move or hope that he does Gunk Shot so I can get off some damage with Sucker Punch. But no, he does make the smarter play in going for the Drain Punch, and I only do about maybe 4% to him, but this does allow me to get a free switch into Hawlucha, which is another really cool Pokemon in RU that I've been enjoying using lately. And I actually really like shiny Hawlucha, man. I like the black, I like the purple green mask. I think it looks really awesome. So I substitute here, expecting him to want to switch out again, as he does switch directly into the Claydol. This is really good for me because what I can do here is go for the Swords Dance. Now, after running the damage calc, there is no way I knock him out in any one hit, but the good thing about me going for Swords Dance is that I basically force him to have to go for the Psychic, unless he switches up moves and goes for the Ice Beam, which I highly doubt, because if I don't go for Substitute, then him going for Psychic is his better play either way. So predicting him to go for another Psychic, this allows me to get a free switch into Mark Henry, the Pangoro. Tell me that is not an awesome nickname for Pangoro. If you say it's not, I'ma fight you. Okay, because that is a really great nickname for Pangoro. So I'm able to just nuke the Claydol as it literally just died. I thought that maybe he had a Colbur Berry, luckily though he didn't. And honestly, not even Toxic Croak is going to safely switch in to a knockoff coming from Pangoro. This thing is an absolute monster. So as he brings in Typhlosion, he's going to make a really good play here. Knows that I don't want to stay in here, and I do still have use for Mark Henry later in this match, so I end up making the safe switch into my Slowking against the Typhlosion, and he's going to take advantage of that, double out into Electivire, and put me in a very, very bad spot. As you can see here, he has the Z move. I've never seen Z move Electivire, and I'm thinking, well, I just lost Slowking, but wait! It turns out that it's actually Z Electric Terrain, and this is actually pretty good for me because not only am I able to avoid a potential OHKO, but I'm able to get off a huge hit on the Electivire, and as much as I don't want to, I am unfortunately going to have to sack off Mark Henry here because I have no switch-ins to this Electivire. I hit Electivire, man. It does nothing, but I guess in this scenario it is a little bit of an issue. But it's fine because now it's in range of where I can bring in Entei to go for the E-Speed, knock him out. Yes, he could switch out, but he can't get rid of rocks. And if he comes back in, he's not going to have the +1 speed. So his best option here was just sacking off with Electivire, and then that way he could get a free switch into something else. As he's going to end up bringing in his Ribombee, which this is a Ribombee. I'm choice banded Adamanente, so I'm just going to E-Speed again. As he actually tries to pull a double here. I'm not sure why he made this play. Maybe he thought I would switch into Slowking or something. Or actually, maybe he thought I would switch into Hawlucha, expecting like a HP ground. I don't know. Either way though, I mean, Entei could potentially get a KO, and Typhlosion isn't doing anything so long as I have Slowking either way, so I mean it's not that big of an issue. As he brings in the Toxic, I was about to call it Krogan again, the Toxicroak here. I'm actually going to sack off my Slowking, because what this allows me to do is get a free switch back into Hawlucha, which automatically forces his Toxicroak out. Because at this point, all I have to do is go for Substitute until I activate my Citrus Berry to activate my Unburden. Then that way I have no items, so Acrobatics can do twice the amount of damage. And even if he hadn't sacked Typhlosion off, I probably would have still made this play, because all I really needed to do at this point in the match was get in Hawlucha against Toxicroak, or something that I could safely outspeed and sub up against. And I think I made an error with my EV spread. I'm supposed to have even EV HP EVs instead of odd HP EVs, which means now I have to go for a substitute again, or go for the Sword Dance if I want to get my berry activated, instead of just subbing twice and getting the berry activated, which is a little bit annoying. He does unfortunately miss a gunk shot there, but honestly that miss doesn't matter. Yes, he would have been able to break my substitute, but still, after I get the acrobatics boost, then I still knock out everything because I outspeed everything. Even if Typhlosion was scarfed, it doesn't outspeed me, so I can take a Sucker Punch if he wants to go for it really, but I end up going for the substitute to be able to get my Citrus Berry, activate my Unburden, also doubling the power of my acrobatics, which is absolutely amazing, as he unfortunately has a very poorly trained Toxicroak, and he's just gonna Sucker Punch to get off some crucial crit Sucker Punch damage, and he's just gonna drop to a +2 stab acrobatics, and yeah, that is basically the game. Ribombee doesn't outspeed me. I forgot what his last Pokemon was, but I highly doubt that it can do anything to my Hawlucha, because Hawlucha is a monster. Actually, no, this is his last Pokemon. What am I talking about? For some reason, I thought he had 3 Pokemon, but yeah, he only has these 2. Either way, though, it's fun, because we pull out the victory, and guys, the losing streak is over! Finally! Oh my lord, that was... I don't know what it was, man. Like, I went on a good winning streak, and then I lost a couple battles, which I'm pretty sure made some of you happy. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll win our next battle too, or we may lose. I don't know, but all I know is that the losing streak is over. So, that is mostly important, of course. Actually, no, what is most important of all is you guys enjoying the video. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hammer that like button down below, answer the question of the day. Go check out Wmar if you guys want to use this pretty fun team, then a link to it is down below as well if you haven't noticed it by now. So with all that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow. So later, everybody. Bye.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.